we made it to Colorado and we had a bit of an incident. She's a bit rough shape. Well, it looks like we went through a bit of a war here. Taillight's a bit knackered. We pulled off to the next exit. We got our spare on. We're at a truck stop. We do have one predicament though. Spare is on. Tire in front of the one that disintegrated itself suffered a casualty, and like I said, the spare is right there. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, nothing's open that has a wheel and tire. There's a Harbor Freight that has this set up about 40 miles away. Luckily Ted comes prepared and he's got his glue treads, so we're gonna attempt to patch this so we can get somewhere. Oh, there's another one. How am I supposed to? Well, that was a bust. All the glue is dried up. So it is dry glue tread. On to the next thing. Did you bring a battery charger? Yeah. Good. So we're just gonna try and limp it along. We got daylight now.
100 miles an hour, we're f***ing going for it.
At least I can see it in the mirror. Too dark before, I didn't even get to see the other one fly apart. So we went about 10 miles, checked it. I lied, I thought we were 40 miles away. We're 57 miles away. 55 miles now. So I think we're gonna do 10 miles, fill it up, 10 miles, fill it up, 10 miles, fill it up, which we have time anyways because they don't open for another couple hours. In some other news, the Range Rover is a fantastic tow rig. Very comfortable. Outside of a tire falling off, you hardly even know the trailer's back there. And again, and again, and again. Well, we made it to Harbor Freight. They are not open yet, which is okay.
Because even the new trailer breaks.
Ted's brand new trailer also needs some looking at. That brake there is a little touchy because then it grabs harder than everything else. And I noticed my trailer brakes weren't grabbing as hard as they were before. After seeing that, makes sense. So somehow the inside of the tire ended up inside the brakes here, which is a fantastic place for it to be. Good enough. Put it back together, make it work again.
Are you having fun yet?
So there, a wise man once told me, everyone wants adventure until adventure shows up. I think adventure showed up once again. And all that is the mess that was sitting behind the hub. All right, so we bought the Harbor Freight out of tires. We had 1, 2. I wanted 3 to just get this whole ordeal over with and put 4 new tires on, but we're gonna put 1 new one in the back, flop this guy over to the flat one, put the spare back there, and try and grab another one at a different Harbor Freight down the road. Well, I think we're good to go until the next disaster. We're just outside of Denver now, so a lot of time for stuff to still happen. Ted wanted to be the first one at the gas station, not even open. We're having fun. You just want snippers? You want me to hit the brake?
Yeah, you can if you want.
So back that brake way off and it is still locking up solid. So Ted's just gonna go ahead and disable that brake so it doesn't lock up solid. It's a special trailer. This is just going swimmingly. The problem here is Ted's too prepared and has the ability to fix stuff. That means we get to have the problems because
have the fun.
All the fun, because we have the ability to fix it. There's nothing better than constantly fixing something.
Title of this video, we should have went to Mars.
But then we would have just been stuck in frickin' Indiana.
Find a gas station that's actually open.
Coming soon. We could probably wait. Yeah, something's gonna go wrong, so we could just hang out. We've been hanging out all day, so we could just wait for him to finish. There are some days you just wonder why you even got out of bed. I've had about 6 of those in a row, but it is starting to get to be in beautiful country, so it'll all be worth it in the end. We're almost to the highest point of our trip. I'm still dragging the Eco behind us, and the supercharged 5-liter drags that Eco up the mountain better than the Eco can pull itself up. Now that has been the longest 1,000 miles I've had in quite some time. Even with the Freelander breaking down in Ohio and me borrowing a buddy's Defender and driving 6,000 miles in that week, this has somehow been more tiring. And you can see it peeking behind the trees over there. We made it to Harbor Freight number 2. And we got our final wheel. Just rolling it on over to the Eco. And we should finally be all squared away. So we've gotten pretty quick at changing out the tires on the trailer. I wouldn't consider that necessarily a good thing, but I think we got 15 shots at practice so far. Might try out for a NASCAR pit crew in the near future. But we have all new tires, all new wheels. Everything matches again, which makes me feel better. And we're 100 miles away from Moab, so things are looking up. Now name a more fitting place on earth for a guy like me to end up. That is right, this is exactly where I belong. Well, here goes nothing. Gonna air down a tad. And we're just about to take off. Ted's got the Jeep all ready. And shockingly enough, this is the second time the Eco has made the trip from Iowa to Moab, Utah, but it'll be the first time it ever sees the trail. Ted's getting pretty hardcore. We got a little bit of rock crawling going on. So Ted and I just did our first little shakedown run. Nothing too crazy. We just went up the bottom of Schaefer's Pass. Just to make sure everything's kosher before we start doing hopefully some more hardcore stuff. So far, no excitement at all. The thing has just worked. And here I was supposed to have the thing that broke. I was laughing. This thing, it's a Rubicon, so it has the switches inside. The automatic sway bar disconnects. Yeah. Now that guy right there is my freaking hero. You're my hero.
Which of these roads is to Moab? We started, we have no idea where to go.
This will take you down to the main highway, and then you'll take a, yeah, it'll take you down to Potash Road, and then you'll take a left on that, or you'll stay on that, and then you'll hit the main highway and a right to Moab.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Awesome, dude, I love that you're going in a Mustang. Have fun, guys. And the old adage rings true, there is nothing more capable than a rental car. Look at me, I'm a big bad off-roader in my trail prep Land Rover. Proceeds to get passed by a Mustang. And the Mustang's day came to an end. We can see a little bit of transmission fluid going on there. Ted is gonna grab them. They're gonna grab their stuff. They're gonna go ride with Ted back into town. There go our new German friends. They tagged some rides back into cell service from Ted and I, and they are my freaking heroes. No one is having as much fun in life as those two are. And that was Rory from Trailmater, going to pick it up. Ted was probably pretty accurate last night when he told me that my whole deal was close to a roadkill episode. Get the guy running just enough to get it there, and we can fix it along the way. We got everything we need. All right, slight change of plans. It is day one on the trails. We're actually just parking the Eco because we have one hell of a ride. So the first day at Pritchett was just too good to not put a video up of its own. Out with the series trucks was literally the best day of wheeling I've had. So if you want to see that, link is down below. So here's a little taste.
Okay, just don't change anything. Stop that. Whoa. Back.
morning of day 2 trail days. I just love rolling through town in the morning, seeing all the rigs bouncing around. And I just can't believe the amount of freaking vans. Everyone's got an adventure van, except for Joe. But unknown what today is gonna bring. Are we gonna take the Eco out? We're gonna hop back in with someone. Yesterday was a freaking blast. Pritchard is not something I would experience on my own. So it was awesome to be out with those guys and seeing little series trucks on not very big tires do stuff like that. It's something everyone should experience. It's a real eye-opener. And we're off. We got a little group going to do Hell's Revenge. I'm probably going to break something, but that's my MO. Some of you guys might recognize that truck.
Actual test of this vehicle directly in front of me. It's a Disco 1 that's pretty awesome. Driven by a guy with a really cool YouTube channel called Lost Cause Ranch.
Man, was it fun hanging out with the TFL guys. If you follow them, you know the LS2 swap Disco here. Very nicely done truck, and neat seeing it get used. And they also put together 3 good videos of their time at the Land Rover Rally, so check them out for another perspective on the day. Fits perfectly.
Jesse, that thing stinks.
Stinks? Yeah, and it's burning a lot of oil. Burns up most of his oil.
Switch to French fries.
It's got a good smell to it. It's got that 1950s aroma.
Oh, he's just showing off.
Yeah, pick a wheel up.
He's got plenty of power. He's got a 5.3 in there. Well, this is where all the action and everybody wants to talk.
And man, I just can't get enough of this little Series 1. No frills, no drama, just work.
I can move on.
And we got a log jam.
No problem, man.
Small accident.
Woo! That's as good as I've ever done. 40 horsepower. 40 horsepower.
No running start.
Have you ever done this in any vehicle? Well, my dad did this a bunch of years ago. Oh, bumper.
There's water in it.
Yeah, it's wet.
Yep. He's got it.
He's doing all the exercise today.
He sure is. He's getting his steps in.
Yeah. It's American Ninja Warrior.
Is he up?
He's stuck. He's stuck in the bowl.
He doesn't have trail rated foot gear.
No, clearly.
Oh, there we go. You got the line dialed in?
We're trying to make that a little better than the last one, hopefully.
And he's coming back down. Interesting. So this up here, you might not be able to see it on camera, but it looks kind of less than comforting. Like a little bit of a roll-off area. Interesting. That was close. It is awful nice that there is so much rubber put down on the rocks, so you kind of have the path to where you need to actually go. Because knowing me, I'd somehow quit paying attention and end up down in the weeds, which would be less than ideal. I wish the camera could give the perspective of our horizon and how steep this stuff actually is. It is super impressive what a reasonably built Discovery 2 can accomplish. And what a successful day on Hell's Revenge. We got the last of the group piling out. We're the caboose because we like to BS. I think the ego. You know, there's just something like nails on a chalkboard with the way a group of side-by-side sound. But the eco, I think it's got its redemption. So today's a little bit different than the rest of the week at the Land Rover Rally. We have an off day, which is almost kind of nice to have in the middle of a week when it's a 5-day rally. So we happen to time out and have some buddies from town also come out to Moab at the same time. And that's the reason why Ted brought his Jeep. So for me, it is a non-Land Rover morning and we're just hanging out. We're on fins and things with a few Jeeps, you know, just ducking around. It's a little steep. Nothing too crazy. We're at 29. The Eco doesn't have anything fancy like that to let us know how steep it is. It's just more of a, you either hit something, flip over. If you kind of like roll over, it was too steep. If you don't,
A little less than that.
yeah, you just like dial it back like a degree or two from rollover, and then that's like the correct angle. There's nothing cooler sounding than the tires barking out here. That's me falling. So morning of the last day, and everyone's lined up. This week's been pretty interesting because every day we have taken a different vehicle out, and today is no different because we're gonna take 405 out today, do a little more fluffy bunny stuff, but I'm kind of curious to see how this guy does, and it'll be a good judge of how it is relatively stock versus maybe when we bring it back here next year. Looks like everybody's getting aired down. Today looks like it's gonna be a nice scenic kind of route. I've never been into Arches, and we're kind of sneaking in the back way, so that's gonna be kind of cool to see that.
Quick question, does anyone use everybody led?
Looks like the boss showed up.
Driver. All the way driver. All right. Driver. There you go. You're good. Right? Yep.
Yep, let it roll out. Yep.
Driver still. Driver. Go forward. There you go.
Good job. Your passenger. Yep. Passenger. Now start rolling out.
Yeah,
You're climbing the rear.
there. You're good. You're right on the rocks.
Nice job. Did it all week.
Perfect.
Keep coming.
Hard. Okay.
Yep, it'll start climbing.
All right. Right about there.
Now driver.
Slow.
Slow. Yeah. Turn into it yet?
Keep going straight. All right, start turning. Up, hold up. Hard driver.
Yeah, but just gonna walk it. Slow down.
Slow.
You're on the rock up here. Hard drive. Departure angle right here. There you go. You got it. Now you're clean. You just touched your bumper on the front right. That's it.
that was an offer, right? Junk. They aren't new anymore. Straighten out. Boom.
I mean, unusual is pilots that are in general aviation. You just have to be aware of so much.
We are on top of the world right now. I'm a little out of breath because I just ran back up. But this is the most wild thing I've ever seen. We're getting into Arches National Park, and this alone was worth the trip up in the Range Rover. Can you see them? There is little frickin' shrimp swimming around on top of this big plateau. I don't know if you want to get out and look at it just so you kind of get an idea of what's going to happen here. So looking at it, I think I would either hang way left or way right. Right might be better if you like, even if you got your wheel on this rock.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to climb that, climb that. just like that. There you go. Straighten out a little bit. There you go. Okay, look, just follow that line right now. You're good. Right there. Heavy brakes. You're doing good. Yep, you're good. You're gonna rub your bumper just a little bit at the bottom. Okay. You're fine. Go this way. Slow, super slow. Nothing better than seeing a young guy taking his personal Land Rover out and doing some fun stuff like this. This is what these weeks are all about. And we got Ryan down there walking him through everything. I'm always curious what this stuff was. And like how someone ended up picking this exact spot to build it. And then what happened to where it was just never taken care of and fell over. You're good. Keep it straight. Come driver. Full driver. Full driver. Stop. Passenger. Back up. I just pulled the disco all the way to park. That's good. Driver. All right, roll forward. Straighten it out. What's that?
I'm stuck.
Oh, the seatbelt lockup?
Can't open the door.
You got my fat ass on there? Man, what a day. The old full fat 405 actually held its own weight. We did have a little bit of an incident, and it appears my current rock sliders are not quite up to the task, but that's all right. We were gonna address that anyways. Those were a temporary thing. It was just kind of funny. We can open it up, but I believe that is much better than the entire passenger side getting wiped out. But man, that was a very cool trail. That was Klondike Bluffs. We had a great group of rovers, took us in the back way into the arches, did a little hike up to Delicate Arch, which for a little boy from Iowa, it's a pretty cool thing to see. Unfortunately, every good thing has to come to an end, but before that end can come, we need to actually address everything else that messed up on the trailer. So on the trip home, we don't have a repeat of the trip here. Light time, we're also gonna check the bearings because, you know, my luck. You know, I don't think I'd have life any other way than just like constant chaos and problems, since to keep things interesting. I mean, who doesn't want to be repacking wheel bearings in the parking lot in Moab? You know, realistically, if you're gonna have to sit out and work on something, it could be worse places. You know, it's almost enjoyable. Almost. We're just about ready to go, but before we put all the tools away, we got something to attend to. And we are both loaded up, ready to head back to Iowa. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And once again, this is another year of me wondering why I live in Iowa when places like this exist. But all in all, a fun week. We will get on the road. And somehow the thing that got trailered out and saw the harder trails is less abused than the Range Rover. Found some rocks, found a bigger rock, but totally worth it. And unfortunately, we made it back to Iowa and there was nothing to film on the way home. Thankfully, it was a pretty uneventful trip. You know, unlike the way out there, but it is now time to unload everything. Got a disaster inside the Range Rover. We'll once over the Eco. The shop is a wreck from getting ready. And just like every trip of this nature that I take, I learned a lot. And some of what I learned is gonna help us better tackle trips like this in the future. Or at least in a way I think I align with more. Those little series trucks we were with didn't seem to have to go through as much trouble, and they drove those to Moab. The same distance we trailered ours.